Hello everybody and welcome to my podcast. Let's talk about lichens. We're going to get into it today. You're going to learn a lot. So, what are lichens? Are they moss? No, not at all. Not even slightly. They're actually a symbiotic relationship between two different organisms. You've got algae and you've got fungus. And sometimes, if we're feeling crazy, you've got cyanobacteria, which makes it a three-organism, you know what I'm saying? So, the fungus provides the structure and the protection, and the algae provides the nutrients through photosynthesis. So they together make a beautiful relationship. They are couple goals. We love it. So, lichens are slow growers. They often grow just a few millimeters per year. And some lichens are estimated to be thousands of years old and one of the oldest organisms on Earth. They are extreme survivors. They are incredibly resilient and can exist in a variety of biomes. You've got desert lichen, Arctic tundra lichen, you've got rocky coast lichen, and you've even got lichen on the surfaces of rocks in harsh mountain environments. So, they come in three different forms. You've got crustose lichen. It's crusty, crusts onto rocks. It's kind of that flatter, more common lichen you see. The second kind of lichen is foliose lichen. Yeah, it comes in leafy type structures. You can see the leaves, the leafiness coming off of it. And the third type, we've got fruticose lichen. It's more shrub-like. Sometimes it looks a little bit mushroomy, as we'll see in this next slide that highlights it a little better. You've got your crusty, your leafy, and your shrubby. Awesome. All right. So, why are they important? What are they used for? Let's find out. So one of the most important things about lichen is they're a really good air quality indicator for scientists. They're really sensitive to air pollution because they can't tell the difference between good air and bad air. They just absorb everything. So for things like sulfur dioxide and heavy metals, they just suck it right in. And they're pretty sensitive. They die. They bleach out and get gray, just kind of like a coral reef. But yeah, so we can see when the diversity of lichen goes down in an area that might be a sign for high levels of pollution. On top of that, some scientists have even been looking into lichen as a potential for indicating radiation in an area. So that's pretty cool, I think. As we talked about in class, lichen are also a very important part of the rock cycle. They can break down rocks, dissolve those minerals, and recycle them right back into the soil. They are also particularly important in nitrogen fixation. So, yeah. Since lichen is so abundant in tundra biomes, it's actually one of the most abundant species out there. It's actually a really important food source for caribou and elk, reindeer, things like that. They feast on it. It's super great. Another way they play a part in our ecosystems. Some other fun facts is that lichen is used for medicinal purposes. In some traditional medicine practices, we see lichen being used for its antibiotic properties. And it can even be found in deodorant, toothpaste, salves, and perfumes. So, lichen is everywhere, whether you liken it or not. It can also be used as a, I forgot to show my cute caribou picture. There he is feasting on the lichen, and yeah. So for dyes, I just want to show this picture of how bright and vibrant lichen can get, and it's been used for reds, orange, yellows, and brown dyes in the textile industry. So that's just a fun little thing. And yeah, that's my lichen podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you likened it a lot. Come again next time for Let's Talk About Lichen.